What is up guys, Flashfire here, and today I am bringing you another team building video profiling one of my favourite teams I have built to date. I absolutely love how this team has been doing on the ladder, and I am enjoying using it so much. So if you guys are hyped to see this team, please remember to drop a like down below. If you can get this to 80 likes, I'll put a paste bin of it down in the description so you guys can copy and paste it into Showdown and play with it, because this team is really good. I really like this team. It's the first time in a long time that I've been able to confidently say it's a good team, and I'm super excited about it. So I've been really enjoying using stuff from the lower tiers in OU. Like last week we used Hydreigon and it did really well. This week we're going to be using Mega Houndoom, which is actually really good. I think it's BL2, so it's on the borderline of being UU. I think, right? And it's just, I love this mon so much. It's fast. It's faster than a lot of stuff in OU. It hits 115 speed, which is a big speed point. You outspeed all the base 110s, which is really nice. And you get some really nice coverage. Fire Blast Dark Pulse is great coverage. If you get a nasty plot off, you can sweep teams, which is incredible. You've got the speed there. And we've decided to run Will-O-Wisp over Sucker Punch, which is very common on this, just because without attack investment, Sucker Punch is more or less just like, it basically does nothing. It'll pick off something that's on like 4%, but it's not really worth it, generally, in my opinion. We're running Will-O-Wisp instead to cripple common switch-ins to this thing, such as Tyranitar, and that's the main one I was thinking of, actually. Tyranitar is the main one that Will-O-Wisp is good for. Also, I can't think of any other switch-ins, but Will-O-Wisp is great, and it's really good. If you predict a switch into something that stops this, then it's fantastic. Like I said, the typing and stab and the power is crazy good with this thing. Now, the EV set we've gone for, obviously we've got max speed because we want to be able to take advantage of the really nice speed tier that this thing has, and then we are running enough bulk to live one Choice Banded Brave Bird from Talonflame every time. Which is why we're not running max special attack. The special attack investment is still enough that you hit lots of very important 2-hit KOs and OKOs, and with a nasty plot up, it's just fantastic. So I love this thing in OU, and it's I've been enjoying using it so much. As well, a lot of people expect the Sucker Punch to be there, so you can play like you've got it, and like more or less every situation where it's been, if I Sucker Punch, then I'm fine. People have predicted the Sucker Punch and played around it, and I've just, yeah, it's great. Anyways, so this is a fantastic mod in OU, in my opinion. Now, we're pairing this offensively with Breloom. This is actually a core that was suggested by a subscriber. The core is Houndoom, Breloom, Slowbro. Houndoom and Breloom pair really nicely offensively. Something I didn't mention about Houndoom, it's a really nice soft check for Bishop and Weavile lacking low kick. Obviously it gets walled by stuff like Keldeo, but you know, whatever. So we have our Breloom. This thing, oh my god, I've never used it properly before. I never realized how good this thing is. I'm so excited about this mon. So late game, this thing is an absolute monster. I've been running Spore with Swords Dance and Mach Punch Bullet Seed. It's so good. It's so good. Spore more or less guarantees you get a Swords Dance off, which is crazy. So basically, you're almost especially if you can get Spore off against something that's slower than you, because then you have the Focus Sash intact and you're at +2. It's just so good. The coverage on this thing is pretty damn good. Obviously, you struggle with stuff like Zapdos and dragons and all that kind of thing, but Mach Punch is generally pretty damn good. This thing is so powerful. It breaks through walls. It pairs really nicely offensively with the Houndoom, and it's just so good. Versus balance and defensive teams, Breloom is incredible. Versus offense, it's still pretty good. But because obviously you can guarantee to put something to sleep, you have the priority. It's great. Really nice answer to Bishop, Tyranitar, Sandy, Excadrill. It's just really good. It's great for stopping sweepers and all those kind of shenanigans. And I absolutely love this mon at the moment. I've never used it before properly, and I've been really enjoying it. So the next mon, like I said, this core is Houndoom, Breloom, and Slowbro, because that's a nice fire, water, grass core, and these guys have really good type synergy, so you can't really complain. This also gives us a nice check to Talonflame, which obviously the two offensive mons struggle with quite a bit. Nice check to Talonflame. Another nice check to the Excadrill. A good check to Zard X, which is scary. And just a bunch of physically offensive threats in the tier. Mega Pinsir, all that kind of thing. This is kind of one of our bird spam checks. Or I think it's our only bird spam check on this team, actually. So this is very important. You know, your Pinsir, your Staraptor, all that kind of stuff. We're going to be running 0 attack IVs because obviously Foul Play wants to do less. I know Foul Play does nothing to slow roll anyways, but, you know, marginal gains. Anything you can do to make it a bit better. So we're going to be running Gold Psyshock for Keldeo because, you know, I tested running Fire Blast on it to hit Ferrothorn, but it turns out that if Keldeo switches into this, then it can Calm Mind its way to victory, and that's terrible. So we're running Psyshock on here. And then we will be going for, obviously, Slack Off, and I found Thunder Wave to be really nice, because, obviously, you still kind of struggle a bit with Spadef Talonflame, but if you can Thunder Wave it, that's fantastic. Thunder Waving Zard X is great, all that kind of stuff. Just generally making the opposing team slow is always, always good, especially something as threatening as Zard X, which is very, very scary. So that is the slow roll. Obviously, Regenerate is fantastic. You have an obnoxious amount of bulk with this thing throughout the match, and it's just good. It's just a really nice wall. So the next thing we're going to go for is something else wally that I've been really enjoying using at the moment, and that is Magic Guard Clefable. You saw this on the team last week. I never realized how good this thing was until I used it on last week's team, and I landed up with this team. It's so nice. This is a fantastic check to a lot of special attackers. We're going to run 172 defense and 88 in Spadef with a calm nature. This is crazy good. It's a great check to all the fast electric types, your Thunderuses, your Manectrics, your Raikus. Great check to Tornadus. It's a really nice stop to things like Conkeldurr lacking Poison Jab, your Landos, Tank Chomp. So many things this gets in the way of, and it's great. The Latis as well. So we're going to be running Stealth Rock on here, obviously, because the most common defoggers in the tier are Latios and Latias, and this beats those 1v1 and gets its rocks up every time, which is amazing. So I don't know why I went for a Psychic move there. I was thinking about the Latis, guys. So we're going to be running Stealth Rock, Moonblast, Fire Blast for Ferrothorn that like to switch into this thing, and Soft Boiled, obviously, for a bit of longevity and bulk. This thing is so good at the moment, and I absolutely love it. So these two generally do pretty well as a wall core, and these two do really good as an offensive core. So yeah, I really like this team. I can't get over how much I like this team. Now, obviously, we have rocks options. We don't have defog at the moment, and that's pretty big because Houndoom is generally a pretty key player on this team, and you want to be able to switch it in and out and stuff a lot, especially if you're using it, for example, to check opposing Bishop. It gets 3-hit KO'd by Sucker Punch and or Iron Head, but with rocks damage it's a 2-hit KO, so you need to be able to keep the rocks off the field if you want to be able to use it for that kind of stuff. And just generally it's nice to have rocks away, obviously. So we're going to be running a Latios in this slot, especially with the support from this thing. Obviously you can burn T-Tars and all that kind of stuff, which makes the Lati less in danger of being pursuit trapped and all that kind of thing, which is disgusting. So it's pretty nice. You can also, yeah, it's just good. So we're going to be running a standard Lati, kind of. We're going to be running Draco, Psyshock, not Psych Up, dude, Psyshock, where are you? There we go. Defog, and then the final move we're going to be running is Earthquake, because obviously this is just shut down by Heatran. It's not shut down. I think it's 2 or 3 hit KO by Dark Pulse, but it doesn't have a good time versus Heatran. So we want to be able to get that out of the way as effectively as possible, and obviously running EQ on this is not that common. Great way to catch it off guard. So other than that, it's pretty normal. This is Flyby. Also, obviously gives us defog options, which I mentioned. Completes almost a Dragonsteel Fairy Court with the Clefable. We have the Firewater Grass Core here, so there's some pretty good synergy type-wise going on with this team. Obviously, we have a double Ice Weakness here, but then that's kind of mitigated by 2 resistances here and a neutral there. So that's pretty good. And now the final thing, the last thing that I thought this team was missing was a Scarf user. And something that I've been enjoying a lot, as well as that, we've been missing some Switch Initiative kind of moves. We haven't got Volt Switch, we haven't got U-Turn. So I figured running Orlando T would be fantastic here. Obviously, Choice Scarf Earthquake is nothing to laugh at. and the Intimidate support is always appreciated. So this is Big Dog, and he's just going to be chilling. He's just going to be chilling in the back with his EQ and his Stone Edge, because Edgequake is crazy good coverage, and this also gives us access to knockoff and some U-turnage. It's just a good time. So yeah, like I said, guys, I've really been enjoying laddering with this team. It's got a pretty damn good record on the ladder at the moment. I'm not sure what it is because I didn't start a new account with it, but I got up to like 1550 quite easily with this. I think maybe lost 2 or 3 games. So it's been doing real good. I'm very much looking forward to using it in lives on the channel. If you guys have any suggestions for how I can improve this team, anything you think I have missed, or, you know, all that kind of stuff, let me know what you would change about the team down in the comments below. Also, remember to leave a comment with stuff that you want to see me use in OU in the future. I've been really enjoying you guys' suggestions recently. Obviously, John suggested Hydreigon. He doesn't really count, but one of you guys suggested this core, and I absolutely love it, so thank you so much. But yeah, guys, if you like this team, please remember to drop a like down below. You will get a paste bin, and come back in a couple of days for the lives with it. So I'm going to get out of here. I will see you guys then.